Pardon any of the statements made, this is not intended to offend anyone. This is to shed light on a holiday. Not a very good holiday. Merry Christmas everyone, and Happy New Year. I would like to take a moment of your time and express a special holiday, a holiday where all of my black friends told me was a black holiday. But let me slow down. Back in 1987, was when I was born. The truth is I didn't grow up around black people. It wasn't until 1998, when I moved to California, when I actually interacted with black people. Most of the black people I knew were from television, or from the radio, because I grew up in Minnesota. I was glad to move away, but it crossed my mind that I would see other people where I moved. Chris Rock wasn't wrong. The only black people in Minnesota were basically Prince and Kirby Puckett. During the time my favorite player was Kevin Garnett. I thought all black people were good at sports, but I was wrong. Most of my black friends were good at video games, but we all played basketball and baseball with each other. I learned about Kwanzaa in 1998 from a neighbor who has all these decorations of a black Santa Claus. I've heard of the holiday, but I never knew what I was getting into. So, let's learn a bit about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was taught to me as an African American holiday, where we celebrated it the day after Christmas, for a week, until the New Year. Where each day was meaningful, and was a special day to honor your family. What I found out, was that it was all bullshit. If you go to Africa, nobody from any area acknowledges this holiday. In 2004, my neighbor, who was a Black Panther, told me it was all bullshit. This was when I found out all the details of the holiday. It was invented by a man named Ron Everett, who went by the name Dr. Marana Kiranga. In the 60s, he was known to hate his own people. He especially hated white people. The holiday was intentionally used to separate black people and mixed races from Christmas. This was odd to me because I knew that Christmas is celebrated by most Americans. It was never considered a religious holiday. We all got presents for being good. If we didn't get in trouble, we basically expected to receive a present that year. The origins of Kwanzaa is Ron Everett being guilty of torturing black women. But he was never punished for his crimes. He was convicted of over 10 years. He only served 2 years and is now a professor at Cal State University and teaches black studies. In the 60s, he invented Kwanzaa as a holiday, where Santa is wearing blackface. Its roots are claimed to be Swahili, but it was invented in Southern California. It's identical to Hanukkah, if you actually celebrate it, where they light a candle each day. It's an excuse to burn 7 candles, instead of 8, until the New Year. I'm not calling anyone who respects Kwanzaa for being lazy. Most of us do what our parents tell us, so I understand if anyone would feel upset. But this holiday is bullshit, invented in the 60s by an asshole. We had better comic books written then. They took decorations from already known holidays, gave Santa blackface, and called it good. I would understand if the holiday was inspired by religion, but it's not. These were ideas of Hanukkah and Christmas, and bastardized to become a racist holiday. My friends celebrate Christmas, and a few who celebrate Hanukkah. Regardless if they're black, they don't celebrate Kwanzaa. Because no matter what religion you are, Kwanzaa is bullshit. Think about it, the guy who brags about Swahili didn't know how to speak Swahili when he invented the holiday. He didn't know where Swahili originated from because he's a moron. He was never born in Africa, he was born in Parsonsburg, Maryland. He's an American citizen, and has never suffered from slavery. Nobody in his family was ever documented as a slave. Kwanzaa doesn't make any sense. I really wish that black people who celebrate this holiday would research this stuff. It's a big waste of time, and it's a shit holiday. Now you know who invented the holiday, so stop celebrating it. Most of those older neighbors I knew were racist for celebrating Kwanzaa. So, fuck the guy who invented it. Don't be an asshole like him. The holiday is fake. He's making money off a fake religion. Thanks for listening, and feel free to leave a comment down below.